Did when Charter came and set up your internet, did they give you like a weird password for your wireless?
I don't know. I don't think so.
They gave us like a really weird. I don't. I mean, they just give you a password, and usually when somebody gives you a password, it's like jumbled up letters and numbers. This is
Mm.
like 2 words, and it's really funny.
I don't think I had Charter set up our wireless. I think I set the wireless up myself.
Yeah, that's
And
smart.
then, yeah. Like I actually we didn't even rent the router from them either. We bought our own router.
Right. Yeah, because it's $5 a month for the router.
Yeah, we paid like I don't remember how much the router was. It's like $80 or something, but
Yeah.
we've had Charter now for I guess like 6 years.
Yeah, so it's paid off
It's
definitely.
paid off at this point. Yeah. All right. I want to click. You about ready to click
Yeah.
Audacity?
Yeah. Whenever you are.
We'll go ahead and start the show.
3, 2, 1, record. Testing.
Okay.
Testing.
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 Testing. Looking
All
good.
right. We're recording on my end.
Same here. All right, we'll just go ahead and start. We can just throw all this tangential talk that we'll probably have in the show.
All right. Although I'll say this, Chris Vanderhoff, he said something about on the Legendary Wings. He commented and said, "The dudes are at it again. The show just started, and it's tangents on tangents."
Yeah.
And then he said Hulk smash, which I guess he was aggravated about it, but then he's completely discredited because he liked his own comment. You can't like your own comment.
Yeah, I think he's like trying to build a persona for himself as the guy who doesn't like tangents.
Okay.
But I think he actually does like the tangents. So
okay.
We'll see. We're gonna have a lot on this episode, so we'll see.
Right. Right.
All right. I'll bring us in. Let me get a drink.
All right.
Hey, Justin.
What's up, man?
Long time no speaky.
I know. It's been like a month.
Almost. Maybe? We're pushing that month mark.
Yeah. Mostly my bad on that one. Been taking some tests, moving, and all that kind of fun stuff.
I think it's both of us because I graduated and then I left for vacation. Actually, I graduated. I was like, let's try to squeeze an episode in. I think we squeezed Legendary Wings in.
Right.
And then I left for vacation.
And then by the time you came back, I had my 2 tests and then moved on the 1st. And it's just been chaos ever since. So.
But here we are.
What fun. Yes.
I really do. And I may have spoke too soon last time when I said as we were about to get back in full swing. I think I said that on Legendary Wings. I was wrong. But now.
Well, yes.
Definitely
now.
Get back in.
Yes, because now my schedule is pretty much just going to be pretty open from here on out. So
sweet.
Especially on like weekends when we typically record. So shouldn't have any issues. But
so we're back, baby.
That's right. Back with a vengeance.
Including guests. Guests are coming back too. We haven't had guests in a while, but I think guests are coming. They're going to make come back too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We need to bring back some. Is Rob Luther still in retirement?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. He's doing turtle flakes, so I think he's back out.
Okay. All right.
How long did it last? Anybody put a timer on that?
I don't even know if it lasted long enough to even count as a retirement.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, he can't help himself. He's got such a talent.
I know. I mean, it's like if you were the best squash player in the world, and would you really stay retired?
Now, is squash racquetball?
I know nothing about squash.
I'm fairly certain it's the same thing.
Okay. Well, I kind of like the name squash better then.
Well, yeah. And I'll tell you this. I've never known the actual rules to racquetball, but I have played racquetball. if that makes any sense.
Mm.
Pretty much made up my own rules as went on. I think me and you played a few times at UT, didn't we?
We did, and we played by your rules, which I assumed were the rules. I didn't know.
No, I mean, I think we just played to 21, and I mean,
gotta win by 2.
Can't be that complicated. It's just hitting up against a wall. I don't know, right?
Yeah, you hit it against the wall, and then you don't let it hit the other wall.
Yeah, the other person has to hit it. Yeah,
you get bonus points for headshots. Something like that.
Yeah. No.
Hey, so for people who don't remember who we are, we're Two Dudes in an S podcast about the Nintendo Entertainment System, and today we're talking about Freedom Force.
Oh yeah. We're timing this perfectly. We're coming off of Memorial Day. We're gearing up for 4th of July. Couldn't really pick a better time to do this game.
It's true. I mean, what better time to talk about freedom than right now?
Right. And nothing says freedom like that box art that this game comes with. But yeah.
Start there. So let's start with the box art and then go into your history.
You want to talk about the box art?
Yeah, because this is some pretty good box art.
Yeah, well, it screams, 80s, really, from the get-go. And there's just like one thing that we do need to talk about, and I think of the gameplay is, the Nintendo really, we talk about like Genesis was kind of known as the first system to really kind of throw the blood at you, the blood and gore. Nintendo really didn't have that, and this game did. And right from the start on the box art, you've got guns and bullets, and it's pretty intense box art.
Yeah. It's got ninjas or something. I don't know what that guy is in the corner
back there.
Yeah, totally ninja. Air Force One. I mean,
that actually doesn't. That looks like the old Value Jet planes. And they had like 2 crashes and then they shut down. You remember the Value Jets?
Could be. No, I don't remember them.
Well, they were like, there was a company and it was called Value Jet. And let's be honest.
I'm not riding on Value Jet.
When you hear the name Value, what do you think when you hear Value?
Cheap.
Right. Like something that Walmart's cheap brand is called Great Value.
Mm-hmm. Well, Food City's cheap brand is called Value Time.
Yes. So there you go. I mean, that's the Food City Value Time. That's even cheaper than the cheap brand because they've got like the Food Club.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And then they've got Value Time, which is even like, so if you're going to buy like pork and beans, let's say you're going to buy pork and beans, and your Lucky's pork and beans are like $1, and then Food Club's like 78 cents. Mm-hmm. And then you go down to the Value Time, it's like 48 cents. It's like, where are these beans coming from?
For the most part, they do a pretty good job of tasting almost the same, right?
Yeah.
The one type of food, right? Well, there's lots of types of food, but there's 2 or 3 that come to mind immediately that are just totally inferior. One, tuna.
Yeah.
If you buy cheap tuna compared to the good tuna, it's noticeable because it's just mush.
Yeah, get Star-Kissed.
Gotta get Star-Kissed, or I can't think.
There's like scales in it. There's like black all in it, and it's like, what's happening here?
Yeah, not good. And then oatmeal. Surprisingly enough, the oatmeal's not very good unless you get name brand oatmeal. You gotta go Quaker for oatmeal.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever purchased. I'll tell you this is that I think you got to go name brand on, and that's Pop-Tarts. Don't like the Food Club Pop-Tarts.
I'm not sure I've ate Food Club Pop-Tarts. But you know what you can go Food Club on? Ice cream. Their ice cream's actually better than Mayfield's.
Yeah, I think. It's good. Mm-hmm. I've actually started liking the K's too, but it's usually I just get whatever's cheaper. Yeah. The Food Club or the K's.
Right. Right. So I think Nicolas Cage, if they were to turn this into a movie, Freedom Force, the movie, I think Nicolas Cage is
Rad Rex
for that. Yeah.
So Rad Rex is the guy on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the stills from the game, that's got to be Rad Rex, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
With some woman. If you get to the cutscene in the game, I don't know how far you got. We'll talk about that later. But if you get to the cutscene in the game, there's a woman that comes into the screen and gives Rad Rex a good old smooch on the cheek, right? And it's definitely not that woman, because the woman in the game has short hair.
How do you know this woman doesn't have short hair?
Well, it doesn't look like she has short hair. That definitely looks like long hair to me.
It's wavy, but it could be like...
That's a lot of hair on top of her head.
That's true. It could be a lot of hair that's really short.
Look at the size of that pistol that Rad Rex is holding.
I think it's a perspective thing, but yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah. That's what we call a hand cannon.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right.
So let's get into history. What do you say?
Okay, let me get that pulled up.
That's where we go next, right? It's been so long.
Yeah. Well, we kind of jumped the gun on a little box art talk there.
Oh yeah. See, I'm out of the loop. I'm out of the game.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. I think I brought it up, so I'll take the hit on that one. Okay. So Sunsoft brought this wonderful freedom and what's the word I'm trying to say?
Well, sounds like you're saying enthusiastic, but that doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Okay. It's late. Sorry. But Sunsoft brought this game to the NES, and it is a Zapper game, which is something we haven't even mentioned yet. I mean, there was not very many Zapper games out there. Or, I'm sorry, as the box art tells us, it's the Light Gun series.
Yeah, it's the ultimate Zapper gun game, according to the box that I'm looking at.
It is the ultimate. And a few things about this game that were kind of interesting is there was actually blood in this game, as I mentioned earlier, that a lot of Nintendo games didn't have. Now, it was brought to the arcade actually after the NES version, and Nintendo brought it to the arcade itself, not Sunsoft. Okay, so the the designer of this game, Richard Robbins, the programmer, Hiroki Higashiya. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And the composer, who I thought did a good job, Naoki Kadaka. That's what it is. Kadaka.
So there was one English guy in there?
Yeah, the English guy designed it, and the rest were just Japanese guy. There's some guy named Richard Robbins.
That's funny.
So, but the composer, Kodaka, has been famously known to be composer for many other games, including Spy Hunter, a game that we've talked about, Batman, and many other NES games. His last game that he composed for was a game called Outlive Be Eliminate Yesterday in 1997. It was a Sunsoft game, and it makes 0 sense. The title makes 0 sense.
Right.
Eliminate Yesterday.
Sunsoft has a pretty good track record on the NES, especially as far as music goes. So I would commend that guy. And we'll talk about the music for this game shortly, but Sunsoft usually pretty good.
He also did the music for Blaster Master as well.
I like that game.
And I think there's a lot of similarities. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. So anyway, did you have this game? Did you go out and find this game? Did you steal it from neighbor kid?
No, I actually took the easy route, the easy way out on this game, and just ordered it online.
Sweet.
For shame, I know.
Well, I have an interesting story. Another tangent. You were saying easy, and it made me think of Easy-E. which is another friend of ours that we rarely talk about on the show, and that's Ethan.
Oh yeah, that Easy. I thought you were talking about our other friend Easy,
the rapper.
R.I.P.
Yeah. But anyway, so Felicia had bought something, or she saw somebody at a yard sale and off Sugar Limb the other day. It was like
Ethan's parents.
So, yeah. So she went and bought some stuff, and then she was like texting the woman on Facebook, and she was like, "Pam McReynolds, do you know that?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, that's Ethan's mom." So, yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Small world.
Did she catch you guys a good deal?
Yeah, she bought this picture. What was funny was she bought this like little portrait, and it was like a praying child. It's like a really kind of antique looking thing. And after I found out that it was Ethan's mom, I was like, wait a minute, is that child Ethan? It wasn't Ethan, though.
Are you sure?
It'd be hilarious. Like, you just see a picture of Ethan hanging in our house.
You have a picture of Ethan in your house.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Ethan comes over and is like, hey,
wait a minute.
That's me. Mom sold my picture.
Mom sold my picture of me? Okay. Anyway.
No, I bought it online. So, but I do have an interesting story about trying to play this game.
Okay.
Because it's a Zapper game, and about I'd say about a year ago, I decided to upgrade my TV in the office. I don't know if you can see. It's flat now.
I see it.
Okay. Well, the flat TVs don't work for Zapper games.
Completely useless.
I had to go down in my basement and hook up to. Okay, it's not my basement necessarily. It's a crawl space, right? But it's got like an enclosed area in the crawl space with electricity and stuff. So what I did was I took my NES down into the crawl space. I didn't want to bring the TV up because that's a hassle. So
right. Those things are heavy too. Yeah.
I took my NES and my Zapper down into my crawl space and like plugged it up down there and was played it for a while down there.
That's pretty funny.
So. Because, I mean, you can't emulate it, and I can't play it on my Rectron because, I mean, I could play it on the Rectron, but I can't shoot the TV, right? So
just die.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still have an old TV, an old tube TV, and I've had that thing. I'll tell you exactly how old it is. I got it the year the Nintendo 64 came out. And still going strong.
Well, the one that you'll remember the one that I went down and played the game on. It was the one that we had in our dorm room.
Oh yeah, the silver one. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That's it's down there in my crawl space just for such an occasion, just in case I ever needed tube TV.
It's so funny, like the old, like not just the tube TVs lasting longer than like the new LCDs and plasmas and all that, but like, so we just moved into this new house, right? And it's got this like really old dishwasher in it. And at our old house, we had a really new dishwasher, but the really new dishwasher really wasn't very good. Like, it constantly left stuff on. Just, it was kind of disgusting. But this one, so we put a load in the other day. It was like, oh boy, let's see what this thing's gonna do. This old timey thing, it's gonna like, it probably won't clean anything. Cleans everything. It's like, makes it spotless.
Melts your dishes.
I mean, it's like perfect. So,
well, there you go. Hey, things that are like old appliances and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't. I mean, there's no comparison to new appliances.
Right.
Like, kind of an somewhat unrelated example, but we have at work, we have equipment that's like electronic equipment, things that put load on samples and stuff. Anyways, some of those things are like from the 70s and 80s. So they're 30, 40 years old and they're still cranking along. And we bought I'd say 6 years ago, we bought a newer one, a newer piece of equipment in the similar style equipment. It's already broken down. We're already having to buy a new one. So we've got like 40-year-old equipment that's going strong, and we've got 6-year-old equipment that's just dead.
And hence, and it'd be interesting to note, since this is the topic of our show, how many NESs still function today versus like how many, say, PlayStation 2s would function over that same amount of time. Because I've had like 2 PlayStation 2s go kaput on me. So,
my PlayStation 2 went kaput, and I just didn't get another one.
Right. So it's like those things don't last.
I know my original Xbox has gone kaput almost like a couple times, but for some reason the original Xbox, I've been able to fix it. Like it must have been like a software thing or something. Like you're just changing out the hard drive in it or something, and just been able to fix it. But still, in its natural state, it goes down.
All right. So. Yeah, interesting.
They just don't build them like they used to.
That's right. Don't build them to last.
All right. You want to talk about this game?
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're like me and you don't have any memories from when you were a kid.
No, never played this game. Obviously, it came out in '88, so I would have been 4. Or turning 4. 3 turning 4. So this is probably right about the time I'm getting an NES, as well as if my parents had found that there was blood in the game, even though it was like cartoonish blood. That would have been next.
Yeah, I can remember my parents had no issues with me playing like side-scrolling games where like I would stab people or shoot people or like, you know what I mean? Like Contra, you're basically shooting people in Contra. They had no problem with that. But when it's me holding the zapper and like shooting people on the screen, they had a little bit of an issue with that. Like any game, like I think Hogan's Alley, they didn't really like. I rented that one and they didn't like that one.
Yeah.
Duck Hunt, they're fine. I can kill as many ducks as I want.
Right. But your dad's probably like really actually encouraging that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's interesting. I've thought about this a few times. For example, I was watching Con Air the other day, and not just
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, that is Nicolas Cage.
Maybe that's why I was thinking Nicolas Cage too.
But Con Air is not really a good example because it's not necessarily terrorists. Those are cons that take over the plane. But there seemed to be some movies in the 80s and 90s when we were growing up, and this game, for example, that used terrorists as the antagonist, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yet, really, and this is sad almost to say, really, sans the Oklahoma City bombing, I really didn't really think about terrorists up until September 11, 2001. And maybe that's just me and maybe that's most American kids just living in a bubble. But I don't know. It's just like, it's so weird. Like, you think about it every day now. But back then, they were making movies and video games, so it did exist back then, but never even thought about it. Right?
That's true. Well, of course, I think it's just kind of kids living in a bubble in general. Because I'm stressed out about all kinds of things now. In the world, like everything about the world just stresses me out. But when I was a kid, I didn't worry about any of that stuff.
Right.
So I look back at my parents because my parents were they're older than I am now, but I look back at other kids' parents, I guess, who would be about our age plus about 10 years maybe. So in their 30s as well, and thinking back to them and thinking, yeah, I can see why they're always stressed out. Like, no, you cannot go outside and play by yourself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like Leah, it's so funny. Like my daughter, she's like, I can remember, being young and be thinking like I could walk to the store and be fine. Like I can do that. That's fine. Like there'd be no issue. And I know that's like her argument for being able to go outside by herself or whatever. But it's like, as a parent, you think, oh my gosh, everything. But But as a kid, you're just like, what's the deal?
Yeah, I can remember thinking like, I can remember. Let's bring this back to NES. I remember wanting to rent a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember thinking because, we had the picture where I live. I live fairly close to the river. There's the bridge, and then there's the shady trailer rental store across the thing. I remember thinking as a kid, okay, I want to go rent a game. I asked mom and dad, can we go rent a game? No, we can't. We don't have time to go over there right now. I remember thinking, well, I'll just hop on my bike, ride it across the bridge.
Go right.
But that would have been a disaster. I probably got hit by a car based on that bridge that we had back then.
And if you remember that bridge, you remember the shady sidewalk that bridge had on it?
Uh-huh.
It was like a metal sidewalk out here on the edge that like no one ever walked on.
No, I don't think you could trust it.
Yeah. So yeah, that was fun.
But anyways, so needless to say, not that one of us had any experience with this. So I guess we kind of have to go to it now. But before we do, I've got a little something.
Yes. Know what it is.
Do you know what it is?
I think I do.
Is it this?
It is. Oh, wow. This version of the manual that somebody has scanned in is a little rough on the edges.
Yeah, they used it.
Yeah. Here's your limited warranty. And a good thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Let's see if I can get to the story. Here we go. They teach you how to use the Zapper first, but now let's go to the story.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't mentioned this yet, but it's also 2 players. It's take turn 2 players, but it's 2 players.
Yeah. It's the same game, though. So
yeah, it's the same game, but there's 2 different characters. They're letting you know right now that there's 2 different characters. There's Nicolas Cage and there's Danny Glover, perhaps?
Yeah, Danny Glover, I think, is pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. A group of extremist guerrillas called the Unknown Guerrillas have captured an entire airport. As you will soon see. You like the name of that group?
They really spent a lot of time on that name.
Yeah. They're like, hey, guys, we got to come up with a name for our group, right? So we're guerrillas, and we haven't established a name for ourselves yet. So nobody really knows who we are. Any ideas?
We're unknown. How about this? I got another theory. They wrote this story, and they were going to come back and rename the gorillas, but they forgot to, and they just put unknown in there for the time being.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So that's my theory. Anyway, go ahead.
I have a better name for them, just right off the top of my head. Anyways,
what?
The Thrilla Gorillas.
There you go.
There you go. All right. As you will
Cincinnati Gorillas. Oh, too soon?
That's too soon. As you will soon see, there are 3 ranks of Thrilla Gorillas.
Uh-huh.
You, the player, must choose your enforcer. Player 1 is Rad Rex, and player 2 is Manic Jackson. These enforcers are specially trained to deal with critical situations.
They tell you get to choose your enforcer, but you really don't get to choose yours.
Yeah, no, you don't. Unless you're playing 2 players.
Right.
I like it. His name's Manic Jackson. Does that mean he's just really happy all the time?
Yeah, really. So does he just like go on shopping sprees and spend all of his money and can't like talks really fast and sleeps 2 hours a night? Is that what that means?
I think that's what it means. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So where's Depressing Johnson? Is he player 3?
Depressed Johnson keeps getting killed.
Depressed Johnson. Okay. Anyways, they are.
he just throws his gun down and says, "What's life living?" No, no, you know what?
That's not funny. Actually,
no, it's not.
Depression is serious, and we don't need to make fun of it.
We're not making fun of depression, but we're making fun of a character
named Depressed Jackson.
Right.
No, Depressed Johnson. Because they decided to name a character in the game Manic Jackson.
Right. All
right. Anyways, so they're agents in a team called the GTS, the Guerrilla Terminator Squad. They use guns. They use a 38 caliber pistol. They use a 44 Magnum, and they use a grenade launcher.
It's a bit of a jump.
Yeah, a little bit. And their mission is to naturalize.
Naturalize. We're going to make you citizens.
Yeah, their job is to naturalize the guerrillas. Yep.
We're going to take our...
You have to read the Constitution. You have to learn English.
This is... we're going to take terrorists and we're going to naturalize them.
I feel like I've heard that a few times. Right?
Maybe.
Anyways, neutralize the guerrillas. Quite different from naturalize. All right. The unknown guerrillas. So the 3 ranks, okay? You got the bagman.
Again, they went out of their way to make these names.
These are the lowest rank. They don't have any cause. They just like violence.
Yeah, they just that reckless abandon.
Yeah, and they're too poor to afford a mask. They have to wear a bag over their face.
That reminds me of the funniest scene in a Quentin Tarantino movie. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
Django Unchained. Do you remember?
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Okay.
So maybe you can tell me after the show, because I'm pretty sure the last time I saw Django, it was pretty gruesome and raunchy.
Yeah.
All right. Your next rank is Elite Assassin. The second highest ranking unknown guerrillas are the Elite Assassins. They are more deadly than bagmen, and they can shoot back with grenade launchers.
Well,
they do not know why they are fighting. They just want to get on the TV news. What a group.
Yeah, really. One group, they don't care about anything. They just want to just fight. And one group cares, but their reason for caring is just to get on TV.
Just get on TV, yeah.
And then here we go, this guy.
Here we go. The leader of them all. The one who may or may not have a reason for fighting. Eugene Extreme.
Okay, a couple things about Eugene Extreme. Okay, first of all, the picture. What about the picture screams Eugene?
Yeah.
But it doesn't scream Extreme.
Well, I mean, but look at his clothes.
Okay.
He's got like body armor on and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
And here's my thing. If my name's Eugene and I want to be extreme and I want to have my name represent myself as Eugene and extreme at the same time, right?
Mm.
I'm probably going to go with Extreme Eugene.
Yeah.
Not Eugene Extreme.
Right. Exactly.
Because at least then I sound like a wrestler or something.
Right.
Okay. Eugene Extreme. He is the leader and mastermind scheming and plotting to take over the world. Okay, so he has a reason he wants to take over the world.
Yeah. So
he's also a coward. He will hide behind anyone when things get nasty. He will use his bagmen and elite assassins in any way to try and take over the world. He's very crafty and cannot be easily hurt.
So he can't be easily hurt because he's hiding behind people all the time.
Okay, so in the game, you're trying to shoot and destroy the enemy while also avoiding shooting citizens. There are, they call them scenes in the game, but there are 1, 2, I think there's 5.
I think there's 5, yeah.
5, yeah. There's 5. They're all around the airport, right? Except for the last level. You take it to them in their hideout.
And Eugene's the unknown. Is it an unknown hideout?
Yeah, it's an unknown guerrilla hideout.
Huh.
Well, but the hideout's not unknown.
Right.
It's the guerrillas that are unknown. It's their hideout.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. think that's pretty much it. It's going to show it. The manual goes on to talk about what the screen means, like your health and your error.
Right.
Your ammo. And then you also kind of the special targets, which I don't know about you, but I didn't realize that there was one that you could shoot and just make the game harder.
Yeah.
But that's usually not a good thing. And you can pick up different weapons. And then, this game, we really probably should have done a high score challenge, but we were just, we didn't know when we were going to be able to record and stuff. So, but this is a high score type game. Like, you're trying to get a good score.
Right.
And different people are worth different amounts of points, depending on what gun you shoot them with, all that kind of stuff. I did want to stop and touch on some of these innocents.
Yeah. This is a big story in the game to me because, okay, the first one in the plane, and I forget what that thing's called that attaches the plane to the terminal, whatever.
Yeah.
Those are pretty, okay, those are understandably innocent people, right?
I don't know. The passenger man looks kind of like a creepo to me.
He does. Actually, he does. He's wearing like a hat and what looks like a handkerchief. Is that a handkerchief?
He looks like a bandit.
Yeah. That's not a terrorist. It's a bandit.
I'm pretty sure I shot him a couple times just thinking he was a bandit.
Right. Wanna. Passenger woman. Okay. Skateboarding kid. I've got a lot of issues with skateboarding kid. First of all, what's he doing? What's wrong with the kid, though? I mean, why would he be skateboarding in the middle of gunfire? Oh, there's some people shooting at each other. I'm just going to go flying through here.
Well, here's my thing. And I'm guessing that you shot the kid a few times.
Well, sure.
Probably because he needs to be taught a lesson.
Exactly.
You don't need to be skateboarding in the airport.
Exactly. What's wrong with you? Yeah.
So,
okay.
And then my favorite one's on the next page. Can you find my favorite one?
Well, bikini, the bathing beauty.
Yeah, the bathing beauty.
It's like, what again? She's not tied up or anything.
No.
Is she being held captive, or is she just?
No, she's just hanging out.
She's immune to bullets, though.
Yeah, I know.
Which is weird. Well, first of all, on this page, I have another interesting thing. The elderly woman with a cane in scene 2 and 5. She looks like a bad guy?
Yeah, she does. She may be Extreme Eugene's mom.
Well, and so you shoot her a lot because you think she's not an obvious innocent. And also, she kind of looks like Shredder.
Shredder?
Yeah, if you go to a game still, she looks like Shredder. I'm telling you, I'm going to pull one up.
Pull it up.
And just to show it to you, because I think she really looks like Shredder. Let's see. Oh, that's not a good picture. But the premise behind the game, it's a hard game, but the premise is pretty simple, right?
Yeah. Basically, I don't know. I'm not super familiar enough with arcades to know the status of arcades at the time. I know there were light gun games in the arcade, but I don't know to what extent they were. This is like an early, think Area 51 or Time Crisis, or just one of those games where the screen moves, bad guys pop up, and you shoot them with your gun. So to me, this is kind of like an early take on that. And to have a game like this on the NES is pretty cool to me.
Yeah, it's a cool game, definitely. But, it's pretty much a straightforward.
It's a very straightforward game. I think it's probably, it is difficult, but I think it's probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, light gun game on the NES.
Okay, I'm going to pull up this picture. I'm going to screen share this so you can see this because all right. So if you look at the elderly woman, it's like the pink costume with like the silver head.
Uh-huh.
I think it looks like Shredder. I don't know. It's just me.
Okay. Can I get a picture of Shredder?
How about like a picture of Shredder? Sure.
It's good podcasting right here.
Oh, yeah. Right. Very good podcast.
Anyway, so what I was saying is I think this ranks up there with one of my favorite light gun games for sure.
Yeah.
Also, in that same vein, this was a Patreon pick, and I forgot to mention it at the beginning of the show.
Oh. Whose Patreon pick was it?
Hang on, and I'll tell you.
More Good Pod.
More Good Pod, that's right.
Okay. This is not the best example, but this is the Shredder from the NES. And he's even holding a sword that looks like the cane the woman is holding. I mean, now, granted, this is not a carbon copy exact. But there you go. See the pink with the silver head.
The silver and the sword. I got you. I think that's from the Super Nintendo game, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe Genesis. I mean, no, it can't be from Genesis. It's not cool enough.
That's from the Manhattan Project and 3.
Oh, okay. So it was NES.
Yeah.
Wow, graphics were good in Manhattan Project.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a Patreon.
We're going to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Who's talking about that?
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Speaking of Rob Luther.
Yeah, he's we'll make that happen. Surely. Yeah. Okay, here's the deal.
Patreon pick. Yeah. Okay.
Rob's a teacher and it's summertime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know he's got a kid in home. Come on.
He doesn't have anything to do.
Exactly. All right. So, Patreon pick from Mike H.
Sweet.
Who changed his name on Patreon to something I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say on the show. There's no curse words, but bloody-handed otaku of Ziggy Moons. Mike H. I don't get it. Mike, yeah. I'm not going to lie. I definitely don't get it, but there you go. Thank you, Mike. We definitely appreciate the Patreon support, and
it's a good pick, too.
It is a good pick. Yeah. It's a great pick.
So how far did you make it in your little cubby hole in the basement that you were playing your game in?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't have a ton of time to spend on it because I was holed up in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
But I was able to make it. Let's see. Let me look at the levels again. I think I made it to level 3.
Okay. I got it to level 3 as well. But I'll tell you this. I did like the bonus level Wheel of Fortune game that you got to play.
Yes. That was cool.
Yeah.
The Codebreakers Challenge stage. It's basically a game of Hangman.
Yeah.
Or Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. Well, I thought Wheel of Fortune just because it gives you the hint.
Yeah. It gives you what it is, like a thing or a person, place, whatever.
Right.
That was
and
cool.
You gotta do it without error. This game's all about doing things without error.
It did confuse me a little bit though, because it highlights letters, like it goes by highlighting letters or something like it. But they really don't mean anything. You just need to shoot the letters you think they are, right?
Right.
But for some reason, it highlights them as it moves across. So that kind of confused me a little bit.
Right. So, but yeah, that's a pretty neat little end game. It's kind of weird though.
It's really weird. But I guess you're supposed to be. I feel like this game wants you to be a spy, right?
Mm-hmm. They want you to be a hardcore shoot 'em up guy that's also a spy.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot 'em up guy that's also a spy. That rhymes.
Shoot 'em up spy guy.
Shoot 'em up, Spy Guy.
Yep.
All right.
So, I guess let's talk about the graphics a little bit. What do you think about the graphics?
Nothing to write home about, but at the same time, I mean, they're good. They're not bad. I think you get pretty much what you need. There's some good background in them. The one level that's a little disappointing in the graphic area, but it's not disappointing in the music area, is the red level. I guess that's the gorilla hangout.
Yeah, I didn't make it to that level, obviously,
right.
But in watching videos and stuff, prepping for the show, that level is that's a pain. I would hate to have made it to that level and try to find people and shoot them and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say, there's a lot of hostages. There's the elderly woman that keeps like yelling at you. I don't know what she's doing.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah. Quiet down. But it's just interesting.
I thought the first level was really cool. The planes and the guys popping out of planes. Although there's some really long planes in that level.
Yeah.
And I thought the second level was a little too similar to the first level.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go from the planes to the whatever you call that thing that attaches to the plane.
Yeah, the terminal, whatever. Yeah,
the terminal
thing.
So it was a little too samey to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then you go to like the
inside the airport. I thought that level looked awesome.
It was a good level, except for the kid riding his.
Yeah, except for the skateboarding kid.
Skateboard. Yeah. Are you even allowed to ride skateboards in an airport terminal? I don't think so.
An airport terminal these days.
Yeah. Yeah, really. Did you hear about the guy that got kicked off a plane, or they like thought he was suspicious because he was like doing math problems on the plane?
No.
Yeah, I had to find that. I just saw it on the Daily Show or something.
What did they think he was going to do? Build a bomb or something?
Yeah, out of that piece of paper or something. Yeah. Don't do math on the plane, people.
Don't do math, period. It's pointless.
Isn't your career pretty much staked on math?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, don't quote me on that.
Right.
All right, so what about the sound? I thought the music was pretty well awesome in this game.
The music's really good. It's very, very high tempo. It's kind of almost like metal, like 8-bit metal.
It's very 80s action movie.
Yeah, yeah.
It makes me think of like I don't even know. I can't think of anything in particular.
Rambo.
Right? Yes, that's a good one. It's very Rambo.
Yeah. Okay.
But and the sound effects, pretty good. I mean, they definitely did their job. I like the sound of the gun.
Yeah,
pretty good.
You mean the spring?
Yeah, and the Magnum too. The Magnums had a different sound. The guns had different sounds, so that was cool.
I was making fun of like the spring and the zapper that makes the pring sound as you shoot it.
Oh yeah. I know. I do like the noise too.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet noise.
It's pretty sweet noise.
But
you got any hints, tips, anything?
I didn't come across any. Of course, the big thing that hints and tips is they give you passwords in this game. The passwords.
Sorry, go ahead.
The password that I saw was not that not the mama. Good. No, it was Spy Hunter.
Oh, what does that do?
It takes you to a certain level. I forget where it was, but yeah.
Podcasting.
Yeah. It does something.
There's a password. It does something.
Right. So
let's go.
If I get this pulled up here, we can talk about some cheats. Cheat Cheat your way to
if
win.
You wonder why I keep, if people watching or you wonder why I keep looking left, it's because I clean the office and I reorganize. And I usually have 2 screens going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I used to have 2 screens on the same side. Now I have one screen to the left. So I don't know if I like it or not, but it's over there now.
Okay. Level select, pause the game, then press A 16 times, and for one more time for each level. For example, you must press A on first level 17 times and 21 times on fifth level. This works only for the first run. That doesn't even make any sense to me.
That's a lot of counting.
Yeah. It's that math you were talking about.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. There's a hidden ending message. If after beating the game 3 times, when the word congratulations appears, press A on the second controller and a hidden message will appear. But such a tease, it doesn't tell you what it is.
Oh, man. I have to look it up.
Multiple endings. Beat the game up to 4 times in a row to see each time a different short ending message. It also varies if you reach the end with the second player. So I guess there's alternate endings.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Even more reason to like this game.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you want to talk about, is it worth it?
Do you want to talk about, is it worth it?
So I don't know what you paid for it online.
$12.
How much?
$12.
Yeah, it's about what it goes for. 10 to 15. So.
I don't know, man.
Are you happy with that $12 purchase?
I'm not a huge Zapper game fan in general.
Mm-hmm. Plus, you have to go to your basement.
Plus, I have to go down to my crawl space to play it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to go and basically, I think I'm going to rename it my Cinderblock Castle. But I don't know. I mean, it's probably, if you like Zapper games, this is probably one of the best ones you're going to get on the NES.
Yeah. It's a good challenge too.
It's a good challenge, unless you do the old cheat where you get right up on top of the screen, and even then though, it'd be a pretty hard game to do that way.
Yeah, it would be.
You have to be your reflexes have to be really fast because they shoot at you fast. So you have to be quick to draw, quick to the trigger. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. For me, no, I don't think it's worth it. But that's just because I have whatever the opposite word of affinity is to Zapper games.
Yeah.
And having to go down to my crawl space.
I don't know. If I could find it for cheaper, maybe. If you came across it for $5, maybe. But the online price, I don't think I would pay for it.
The other thing is, like I said, if you like Zapper games, or if you just want to try a Zapper game outside of Duck Hunt, and you're looking through the very small list of Zapper games, this is a good one to have. I mean, I would definitely agree that this is probably one of the better Zapper games. I think this is a good pick from Mike H. Just simply because of all the Zapper games that we played. I mean, we played Duck Hunt in this one, right? We haven't played and Hyperion.
Right.
Right. But but you can't find that one in stores because it never really came out.
Right.
But of those, I mean, it's as good as Duck Hunt. It may be even a little bit better depending on what type of game you want.
Yeah.
Because Duck Hunt's just the same thing over and over again. The duck flies up, you shoot the duck goes down.
Maybe you've forgotten you can sometimes skeet.
Okay, yeah, but I never liked the shoot skeet. And you can have 2 ducks too. 2 ducks fly up, shoot 2 ducks to go down.
Right.
This game it's got a story. It scrolls along, you know. So
you feel like you're saving the country.
You really do, yeah.
Right.
From unknown gorillas.
Right.
Bagman. Extreme Eugene.
But
it is a hard game. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go back. I'm going back. I will say this. The more I think about it, the more I think it is worth it.
You've convinced yourself.
I convinced myself. That's right.
Sweet. All right. So what we got next? What we got? Some retrofitted trophies?
Yes, retrofitted trophies.
All right. Let's do some retrofitted trophies. How many you got?
I've got 2, and one of them is not very good.
I've got 4. I've got 4.
Okay, so you're going to have to save the day. I'll go with my first one. Vanna White would be impressed. And that is complete the mini game, the bonus game.
Oh, okay. Well, mine is similar along that lines. Mine is get all of the mini games correct and get all the bonus points, and that is, Pat, I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, my other one, which this is the one I don't really like, is called Zapperoo Zappadoo.
I like it already.
And that is score 50,000 points.
Sweet. Okay, so my other one, here's one. This is kind of I don't really know if it's a trophy or an achievement, but it is serves him right, and that is shoot the skateboarding kid.
Mm-hmm.
Another one is am I in the foot? And that is shoot the elderly lady and get an error for it.
Because you think she looks like Shredder. Nobody else does. Just you.
Right. Exactly.
What and I shoot?
Huh?
What I shoot her?
No, it's still the same. Okay. And last but not least is I'm ready for SEAL Team 6, and that is beat the game.
Okay, that's good. I thought of another one while we were talking.
Okay.
This one is called Depressed Johnson.
Oh, no.
And that is be unable to beat the game and just lay your gun down and go to bed.
Okay.
Like if you just can't beat it, you just lay your gun down and go to bed. And you get the Depressed Johnson trophy.
Right.
All right. So rating.
How are we going to rate this thing?
What have we talked about?
Type of gun.
Okay. We could do type of gun. Type of handgun.
Type of terrorist.
Type of terrorist. This game is ISIS.
Okay.
That's not right.
Yeah, it's not. Okay, so type of handgun.
I've got mine.
Okay, you go ahead.
Mine is a 44 Magnum revolver because it is one of the best Zapper games. Packs punch. It's hard to wield. It's hard to play. It's difficult. That's all I got.
All right. I'm going to go with a 45 caliber pistol.
Oh, .01 caliber is more than mine, huh?
No particular brand, because I'm going to say that it's very powerful and very tough, but it's not like a 9mm. It doesn't go long ranges. It's only good for short range. So there you go.
Okay. All right. No brands from me. Snub Nose. I'm going to throw Snub Nose in there.
Okay.
All right.
Uh-oh. Here comes my train.
You have a train now?
I have a train.
Or is that my train?
No, that's my
train. Your train. Mine doesn't do that. Mine doesn't go toot. It's got the long.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now we have 2 trains on the show. But just for the 2-star, I moved right next to a train track.
Yeah. That was nice of you. That was very nice of you. We get any feedback?
I've got the Facebook feedback pulled up here on my phone.
Some Twitter and Google.
You ready for the Facebook?
I am.
Ross Beck says it's one of the best Zapper games.
Agreed.
Joe Copel says never played this game. Guess I need to find a Zapper and this game.
And a TV if you don't have a tube TV.
Yeah. And Jason Robertson says, well, I just got a Zapper. Guess I need to add this to the list. Or maybe Joe could buy the game and you two could get together.
Boy, you got a loud train.
Yeah, I'm actually fairly close to the train track.
So. Pause the show. The train's about to run over Justin.
Aaron Hickman says it has blood.
It's true.
Douglas DeLucky Jr. says, by the time I got it, I no longer had a CRT TV to play it on.
I feel your pain.
Yeah.
Go to the crawl space.
And Jason Robertson gave him a little advice saying that CRT TVs are very cheap at garage sales and Goodwill.
But they take so much space in your house.
Yeah. You need to really have like a basement or something to put it in. So Douglas DeLucky Jr. says, unfortunately, I'm rebuilding my collection and no longer have a copy. Trevor Franklin says, this game is best enjoyed with freedom, fries, and justice.
Yes.
Andy Lewis says, never heard of it, which is sad. Okay.
But you said it's sad that he hasn't heard of it? He said it's sad.
He said that. Adam Malone says, you want a great Zapper game? To the Earth? Incredibly difficult. Peter Martin says, never heard of it either, but I've never played Legendary Wings either, but knew of it and still enjoyed that episode just as much as any of the others. I'm sure we all enjoyed this one too, whether we've played it or not. Well, thank you, Peter, for those kind words. Greg Polander says, never played this one either. I had a Zapper and some games for it, but never did try this one. Looking forward to see what you guys think. Our good old boy Ivan says, gotta love the 80s hair from the box art.
Nice. I like how you call Ivan a good old boy.
Yeah, he has to be.
Is that it?
That's it for the Facebook.
Okay. On Twitter, we had... Well, I guess we don't have anything. I thought we had it. We got some retweets and some likes, but I could have swore we had a comment. So Twitter must have deleted it. I'm just going to blame Twitter. So
yeah, it's of course it's Twitter.
But on Google Plus, our good friend and sole Google Pluser, Ryan Ballard, says, I didn't have many Zapper-centric games, so I'm curious to hear about this one.
Sweet.
I hope we've enticed you to either buy it or not buy it based on what we have said.
Okay.
Well, you know, it's one of two things, right?
Right.
We don't have any voicemails or emails or anything else, I don't think. We do have some new honorary dudes, I think. Hold the phone.
Oh, I'm holding.
Yes, no new voicemails. Let me check the honorary dudes list. I think we got some new ones.
Sweet.
Oh, yep, we got three. Oh. All right. First on new honorary dude is Dude Winters.
Congratulations.
The Twitter handle. I'm going to throw his Twitter handle out there too, because that's how I feel like we first got in contact with him. At 8-bit first. 8, the number 8. So go follow him.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Twitter. Give him some follows if you're on there.
The Twitter.
Yeah, in the Twitterness.
Mm-hmm.
It's just. And then Dude Paul.
Congratulations, Dude Paul.
Yes, Dude Paul. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce your last name, but you know who you are.
There you go.
Dude Paul. And last but not least, I've been mulling over what to call. Sometimes we give unique dude names.
Mm-hmm.
I've been mulling over what to call this guy. I've tossed around dude hosehead, dude hoser, dude who never pods, who retires all the time, dude Luther. I think we'll go with that. I think we'll go dude hosehead.
I think hosehead is perfect.
Right. So dude hosehead, welcome to the fold.
Mm-hmm.
Now there are some other hosers out there.
Getting close.
They're getting close. One in particular who was right there. He's right on the cut. He's about to crest the hill and head on his way down. And then all of a sudden he just stopped posting and he started doing more Genesis podcasts. So
how lame. How lame.
That may happen in the future. But for now, he's just still teetering on the top of that hill.
Right.
I'm not going to mention who it is, but he knows who he is.
Right.
He knows who he is. The only germ who's not also a dude at this point.
Right.
All right. I think that's about all I have. I say go follow the Retro Junkies and listen to the other Retro Junkies shows.
Turtle Flakes.
And
Radical Retro Roundup.
Go check out Joe's show. He's not on the Junkies Network, but
just check his show out because he has an amazing voice.
Yeah. Hey, some people, they have to have a certain type of soothing noise to go to sleep, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's Joe.
Listen to Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe.
Sweet.
Yeah, and there's tons of Retro Junkies shows to check out. I would just recommend going to the retrojunkies.com. There's a list on there with links.
Big old list.
It's a big old list. The biggest list. It's huge. It's a huge list.
Huge.
You won't be disappointed once you see that list.
Oh boy.
I guarantee you will not be disappointed in that list. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I would say iTunes, we have not gotten an iTunes review in a long time. Good or bad.
We haven't.
We haven't gotten a 2-star. We haven't got a 5-star. We haven't got a 4-star. We haven't got a 3-star. We haven't got a 1-star. We haven't got nothing. And it's probably because we've been on a little bit of a break. But we're back now, so I think we deserve a rating of some kind from somebody.
Let's get some feedback and stuff going on right now.
I would prefer 5 stars, but
sure.
If you're not going to leave a 5-star,
not soliciting.
If you're not going to leave us 5-star, at least be funny about it, and
right,
get mad at us for always having a cat in our lap or something.
Or right,
or trains. If you want to comment about how we now have multiple trains going by every night, every podcast, and give us a 4-star for that. I understand.
Yeah.
Or you may be a train enthusiast, and that bumps up to 5.
Sitting there naming which type of train is actually driving by.
Hey, no, seriously though, listen back to one of the old episodes, and then listen to this one. 2 distinct trains.
It is
that actually follow the same track. Oddly enough,
it
comes from your house to my house. I imagine.
Right. Maybe one day we can
podcast from the train,
or one day you'll hear the train like at the very beginning of the episode at my house, and then all of a sudden hear it at your house by the end of the episode.
That would be freaky.
Would that be insane?
I bet that could actually happen though.
Yeah.
All right. Can you tell them where they can find us real quick?
Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and all the social media outlets. Get on Google. Let's not let that one guy,
Ryan,
be our only Ryan Ballard, be our only Google Plus guy.
He's lonely out there.
He wants you to come to Google Plus. I want you to come to Google Plus. I think Michael wants you to come to Google Plus.
I do.
But check us out there. Check out all the other retro junkies. And of course, please give us a call. I'm looking at you, Fish Lips Jay. And our phone number is
awkward pause. 775-773-8761 or 775-7retro1 or on our website. You can click in the upper right-hand corner or upper left-hand corner, one of the upper corners, and there'll be a little phone. You click it, you hit call, boom, voicemail.
Got us
on the line. There's a lot of people who have called in there's been a lot of good calls, and they've gone a little dry.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time.
Let's get some more out there.
I think it's time.
And
of course, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud. We're on all those places too.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Been a good show. We actually didn't tangent too much, I don't think.
No, we'll have to do that next episode.
Chris, let us know.
Sure.
Let us know if we did good. If we did good on the tangents this time.
I'm sure people are going to be just so disappointed.
All right, that's it.
All right.
I don't know what the next game will be, but there'll be some kind of music here, maybe some more NSYNC. I don't know.
I like NSYNC.
I know you do. Bye, everybody.
Right. See ya. All right. If you upload yours, I should be able to get it done maybe tomorrow.
Sweet.
If not, then definitely by the weekend. And we're gonna try to record this weekend too.
Yeah, let's do a Patreon episode. We can just talk about whatever.
Sweet.
Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Sweet.
All right.
I'm uploading it now.
All right, man.
All right, see ya.
See ya.